Hey, Masters of Speed, it's Terra Master and Justice, and it's Thursday. Not too long before new Speed Duel product release, and you know what that means. It means worst case scenario predictions. Today's prediction is Titan, the man who's obviously a grandmaster at chess, among other things.
That is canon, I believe. Yes.
Yes, it is. Why don't we just skip the nonsense and go for it here?
Fine.
We know what's his name? Titan. I'm already forgetting his name. Sorry. It's an Archfiend guy. Plays the Archfiend cards with the Archfiend stuff. So we've got to have Archfiend cards. And what better to start off your Archfiend army than a general? Archfiend General. Level 4, 2100 power creep confirmed. Discard a card, add a Pandemonium from your deck to your hand. Searches a card, power creep confirmed. If Pandemonium's not in the field, destroy this card. Removal from monsters.
It's monster removal, technically. We did it.
Power creep confirmed. Do you have any thoughts on Archfiend General?
So why this is worst case is Pandemonium is also bad. Do we just go to let's show Pandemonium?
Yeah, show Pandemonium. All right.
Yeah. So it is a field spell, which is always good. No way your opponent could ever remove a field spell from play. Neither players pay life points during the standby phase for Archfiend monsters. You know the chess Archfiends love to make you pay life points. Now you don't have to. Hooray! And each time a player's Archfiend monster is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, except by battle, because, you know, that would be crazy. They can add an Archfiend monster from their deck to their hand with a lower level destroyed card, not the same level, so don't try that shit. Okay.
This is like a Speed Duel GX skill right here. Okay. It's so close to being good, and then they're like restriction, right? Like,
yeah.
Each time
Archfiend
monster, right.
Lower level.
Yeah. That's this. Yeah. It's so close. Like you were right there. You had it within your grasp, and then you decided to break your own arm for some reason. You know, like, what are you doing? Okay. All right. We've got Archfiend Interceptor. Look at him. He's American football. Level 4, 14, 16, so power creep not confirmed there. However, effect monster. You control this self-attack version card. When an opposing monster declares an attack, it's like 500 damage to your opponent. Also, it's just really bad. Okay.
No, burn damage is OP in Speed Duels. We all know this. Therefore, Archfiend Interceptor is OP.
Yeah. Okay. Think about combining this card with Wall of Disruption.
Oh my god, insane! They take 500 damage with its effect, then they take damage because Wall lowered their attack and they crashed in. You blew up their monster. That's actually absurd.
It's broken. Yeah. Power creep confirmed. Always is.
Insane.
All right. What is this?
This is the Archfiend of Gilfer. Now, we did not fill this deck with reprints, but this is, you know, Konami Speed Duel, so there do have to be a few. So Archfiend of Gilfer is one. And when it's sent to the graveyard, you can target a face-up monster on the field, equip it to that target, and it loses 500 attack while this card. And this is my, at least once per video, now mandatory reminder that now we have Foolish Burial at 2! So this combos with Foolish, because it doesn't matter how it's sent to the graveyard. You can just Foolish it out from the deck, equip it to your opponent's monster, it loses 5.
Yeah, it's pretty broken, right? Think about it.
Yeah.
Boosted Izana, 3,000. Now my blue eyes can crash with it. Seems good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that. All right.
Great.
Cyber Archfiend. You got to have cyber versions of whatever monster you have.
Sure, why not?
This doesn't count for the Zane skill because it's not a machine, but that's not the point. Beginning of your draw phase, if you have no cards in your hand, so if you are playing Infernities, you will draw one additional card in addition to your normal draw. For an Infernity player, that is not bad at all, as long as they don't draw two monsters. But then I've heard they used to set one in their spell and trap zone.
Yeah.
So anyway, doing your anything, if you have one more card in your hand, you destroy this card. So it literally is Infernity support, just like very bad Infernity support.
And we technically have Infernities, so this is good.
That's right. Yeah. You guys want support for old Speed Duel archetypes? Well, Infernity, what is it? Beast? Yeah. That one. We got Cyber Archfiend for you.
I think we have like Dwarf or something.
Yeah, we have Dwarf too. Yes.
See? Insane.
Yeah, absurd, broken, truly.
They heard our pleas for old archetype support. We got Cyber Archfiend.
All right, it's time to get to the real stuff. You ready?
Yeah. All right. This is part of our worst case scenario, but this is almost definitely going to be in because they have specified they're giving us Chess Archfiends. So let's look at some Chess Archfiends and see how great they are. Dark Bishop has so many attack points, just so many. And yeah, you pay 500 life points during each of your standby phases. Not optional. If an Archfiend monster card on your side of the field is targeted by the effect, one of your opponent's cards, so not their skill, don't even try it. When resolving the effect, if you roll a 1, 3, or 6, you can negate the effect and destroy the card. That's right, so all you have to do is put a weak-ass monster in play, pay life points during your standby phase, and then have a coin flip chance of negating an effect that targets. Who wouldn't want that?
I mean,
Crazy.
50% chance to negate Book of Moon? Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Obviously.
50% of the time, it works every time.
Yeah, we've never gone wrong playing coin flip cards before. Isn't that right, people who play Blowback Dragon? Let's move on to another one. Only has slightly more attack points, has slightly more defense points, but is it kind of the same effect? Oh no, it's worse. It only negates a targeting effect if you roll exactly a 3, not a 1.
And only when this card is targeted by an effect, not any of your other ones.
Oh, true. Yep. So, yeah, not a 1, not a 6. A 3. And then
what you really use it for is a second.
Well, yes. If Terror King Archfiend exactly, and nothing else, is destroyed, and you discard this card and bring it back. So,
Yep.
How good is Terror King Archfiend? Must be broken, right?
It has to be.
It has to be.
It's so good that I don't think we put it in our list.
It's so good. It's not in worst case. I want you to think about that for a second.
And this is still worst case because this card technically still has effects that don't require Terror King Archfiend, so we don't put it past Konami to put it in the deck, but not put Terror King in.
That's right. It would be the biggest tease ever. They'd be like, for Terror King Archfiend, please buy the next Speed Duel product coming March 2026. All right. Okay. All right, moving on.
All right, we have Imprisoned Queen Archfiend. All right, this one actually has attack points, but it is level 8, so there's that. During each of your standby phases, you must pay 1,000 life points, which is not optional, or else it's destroyed. So, you know, if you have less than 1,000, or 1,000 exactly, bam, it's gone. During your standby phase, target one level 4 or lower fiend-type monster on the field, and it gains 1,000 attack until the end. But because just being able to do that for free would be way too good, you must have Pandemonium on the field. And... And this card must be in your graveyard to activate and resolve this effect. Oh.
Yeah.
It activates from the graveyard. Apparently.
Right. So it being on the field is useless. You're just paying 1,000 life points for reasons beyond my understanding.
I forgot that it's from the graveyard.
And yeah.
Yeah, it's a graveyard effect. Did I mention we have Foolish Burial at 2 now? And now you have 2 targets for Foolish. You have Archfiend and Guilford and Imprisoned Queen Archie.
Absurd.
See? It's all coming together now.
Dude, 1,000 free attack points on your Deathbrook gives it 2,100.
Oh my god.
Broken.
It gets over Volcanic Rocket.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
Yeah.
I was thinking like, well, it doesn't get over Dragnumo.
I was thinking, doesn't get over Dragon.
It doesn't get over
Gaia.
It doesn't get over Cyber Dragon.
It gets over a 1900 attack Gaia that they normal summon that don't have a book of moves.
Yes, there you go. Easy. Now we have Infernal Queen Archfiend. Again, very mediocre stats, but surely that means the effect must be good. That's how Yu-Gi-Oh works, right? No.
Always.
No, not really. 500 life points, standby phase. When it's targeted, you roll a 2 or a 5, you negate the effect, so 33%.
Hey.
And okay, look, it has a second effect. Each standby phase, increase the attack on Archfiend monster card by 1,000 points until the end phase. So if it survives until a standby phase, it can be 1,900, which, you know, you could just normal summon a 1,900 monster by not playing this one.
Yeah, if you're a wimp.
Yeah, true. But then that 1900 monster wouldn't be immune to Book of Moon 1/3 of the time, would it?
One
now?
third of the time, maybe.
What I thought. Alright. Seems like you're getting all of these.
I am getting all our reprints. A reprint of Lancer Archfiend.
Actually, no, wait. That's kind of out of order, right?
Alright, next is Shadow Knight Archfiend. It is a level 4, 2000 attack monster. So we have power creep confirmed. You only have to pay a mere 900 during each of your standby phases, not even 1,000. You know, basically 0. If it's targeted by a card effect by your opponent, if you can roll a 3 on a 6-sided die, negate it. Negate that effect. 1 out of 6 times, it works. Amazing. But because a level 4 2000 attack monster would be way too good, any battle damage you inflict with it is halved. Because otherwise it would, you know, insane.
Well, yeah. I mean, 2000 attack, it has to do half damage. There's no way. There's no way we can allow anything that strong to exist in stall duels. I mean, speed duels. All right, and you may be thinking, you're done with the chess archfiends, right? No, wrong. If you look all the way over here,
We full do. There's one more.
there's one more chess piece. You know, you've seen some bishops, some knights, some queen.
Queen. Yeah.
But you haven't seen a pawn yet. So it's Vile Pawn Archfiend. Its controller's card pays 500 life points. So lowest cost possible. That's a good thing.
Nothing a good Golden Ladybug can handle.
Exactly. Only the one chance to negate out of 6. It's fine. That's fine. Surely has a good effect. As long as it remains face up on the field, your opponent cannot attack any Archfiend monster card except this one. That's so useful.
Hey, it protects the Infernal Queen that you want on the field until your next standby phase.
Easiest combo ever.
They
Surely you
can't
will
attack the
just.
Infernal Queen. They try to target it. You will always get the die roll you need to negate the targeting effect.
Yeah. Just don't worry about it. Just cheat. It's just play. Weighted die. Yeah, exactly. Weighted die, stack deck. You'll still lose. Because it's just that bad. All right, I think we're done with the chess archfiends for this video. We'll do the couple of them that are actually not terrible tomorrow.
Yes.
But we've got other archfiend cards to cover.
Yeah, we're not done with Archfiend cards though.
No,
'cause we got Lance for Archfiend there, but now we're doing it.
Now we're doing it.
The 1600 attack Archfiend. Once per turn, if your monster declares an attack on your opponent's defense position monster, an activated effect for reasons that during that battle inflict piercing. Why is it an activated effect? So your opponent can memory. That's why.
Yeah, memory loss is the best card in the format, as we all know. We just forget about it every time we realize it. That's why no one plays it. You know, it's memory loss. That's how it works. All right, Mad Archfiend. Again, if it attacks a defense position monster, piercing damage. Woohoo! But it also has an effect. If it's targeted for an attack, it itself switches to defense mode. So if your opponent has piercers, well, you just help them out.
With your 0 defense.
Yes. The thing is, it does piercing, but it gets run over by literally anything because it, has 0 defense. So it's like a much worse Steamroid. I think that's all there is to say about that.
Yeah. Well, you don't take battle damage if they're not piercing, so it's good.
Yeah, definitely. It's
for
great.
Sure. Let's move on.
All right.
Alright, Mist Archfiend. It is a tribute monster, but it's a 1 tribute 2400, so, we're okay with that stat line. But you can't even normal summon it without tributing, so insane, just put a 2400 down in the field. That's it. That's the entire.
Just don't read the rest of the card.
Yeah. Don't worry about the fact that if you do that, it's destroyed in the end phase and you take 1000 damage. It's not important.
That's not important. Look, Yu-Gi-Oh players don't read cards. Your opponent, you literally just summon this and tell them you can do that. You show them the first line of text, they won't bother to read the rest of it. Who does that?
They're like, no, that's too many words. It's fine. I get you.
Yeah, it's fine. Trust. Always trust your opponent.
Yeah.
They have no reason to lie to you. No motive at all. Now we have Trance Archfiend. Now this card is actually playable in like some formats, especially in 1 or 2 Duel Links formats. Yep. But it's in worst case here. So let's look at it. Only 1500. You discard a fiend monster and it becomes 2000 until the end phase. So, it's pretty bad. This card control destroyed. You can target a banished dark monster, a situation that happens oh so commonly, and add it to your hand. So
War of Darkness synergy. That's why it still has to be limit 2.
Right.
Too good combo
Yeah.
with Trance.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, Trance is a funny one because there as you said, like there were times in Duel Links where the card was actually good, and with a different card pool, the card could actually be useful. But we're not giving you good Archfiend stuff. This is what you're getting. This is worst case. So with this, Trance Archfiend is just straight bad. With this card pool, then there you go.
The thing is, in that Duel Links deck that this was played in, it was like the worst card in that deck, right? Kind of.
Like,
Here, this is the best card in this deck.
yes.
So that's kind of why it fits, right?
Yep.
All right. Are you
All right,
ready?
our
Are you ready
next
for
card,
this?
we need more fiends. We ran out of Archfiends. So we are giving you Archfiend Marmot of Nef- It
It's
may
not
be a
even
beast.
fiend.
It may be a bad vanilla, but it has Archfiend in the name, and that's all Konami's. So there you go. Enjoy saying the name because
Whoa.
it's actually quite fun.
Well, look, to summon Archfiend Judgment Dragon, everyone knows you need 10 different Archfiend names in your graveyard, so you got to get there somehow.
Plus, if your opponent ask before the match, because if your opponent is allergic to nuts, this thing attacks by throwing acorns. So if your opponent has a horrible acorn allergy, you actually just might be able to win that way.
Easy. Easiest scoop of my life. All right. Then we have something amazing. We have an OCG import here for you guys.
Yep.
We got Archfiend Mirror. This thing is level 2, which means in the future it is a junk synchron target. I don't know if we mentioned that about the other one. All right. But this is a wicked mirror. It will hypnotize your opponent. So if they're not immune to hypnosis, again, just like with the acorn thing, you can just win the game by hypnotizing them and making them scoop. That works, right? Is that how that goes?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. So yep, OCG import. We did it. Let's look at our next card, and I seem to be getting stuck with
You
all the
do,
reprints.
you
Literally,
do.
we had three reprints in this deck, and I got all three of them.
You got all three.
Archfiend's Oath. Look, you know what it does. It doesn't matter what it does. It's a spell card. It has Archfiend in its name.
Yeah, exactly. Next, we have a card that doesn't have Archfiends in its name. However, if you can see the first line of text there, it is always treated as an Archfiend card. Why? I don't know.
Because it is. It's
Acts
fun.
of Despair. It's an equip card. It gives your monster an entire 1,000 attack points. How is
You
that
don't even
not?
have to wait till your next standby phase to get
Oh,
that.
yeah, it's true.
Get it right now.
Not only that, if it's sent to the graveyard, you can tribute a monster and just place it right back on the top of your deck.
Hell yeah. So not only do you lose your equip spell, you lose a monster, and you lose your draw phase.
It's perfect, right?
Incredible.
This is Konami's like 2003 idea of a card having good recursion. Yeah, this one should know that.
It
All
wasn't
right.
even good then.
No, it really
I mean,
wasn't.
actually played, but the recursion effect was bad.
Yeah, exactly. All right, you ready for the trap?
Yes, Battle Scarred! It's a continuous trap. It's not just one. Good, definitely.
For sure. Has to
You
be.
select an Archfiend monster on your side of the field to activate it. And now your opponent also pays the same amount of life points that you do during your standby phase for the selected monster. Not all of your just Archfiends, mind you, just the one you picked. But if they remove Battle Scar from the field, they surely never will. Destroy the selected monster, and if the monster is removed from the field, destroy. Yeah, it's great. Make your opponent pay extra life points sometimes.
It literally does nothing except like, hey, I'm burning for 900. So do you. Okay, good job. We did it. So yeah, I think what we learned from this is that there are a lot of bad Archfiend cards, and it wasn't really hard to find them.
It was.
So you just go right here and you type in the word Archfiend, and yeah, you'll see a lot of them. But for some of the good ones, be sure to tune in tomorrow because Friday. Everybody loves Fridays anyway, so why not use that day for the best case, right? All right. Well, with that said, we will see you tomorrow for actually good Archfiend cards. But until then, Terra Master and Justice, we're out.